Janelle Darden. There we go. Hey, so my name is Janelle Darden. I am the owner, creator, CEO of Moisture Love, and
Zariah.
this is my baby girl Zariah, and we are going to do her hair tonight. So, if you are watching us live, let us know in the comments that you're here. State your name. Let me know where you're joining from. If you catch this on replay, hit replay down in the comments. If you are new to our brand, Moisture Love is a collection of plant-based products that transforms dry, brittle hair to healthy and hydrated. But most important, we help women have help confidently embrace their beauty. Okay. So what I want to show you guys today, Zariah had locks for 5 entire years. And in September, right before her 10th birthday, she wanted to comb her locks out. And I decided to allow her to live her life, honey. You know what I'm saying? Just be on her own hair journey, comb her locks out. But the problem is she experienced some hair loss. So I'm going to do my best to show you guys her head. After I get the rest of these plaits out. So she is on a hair regrowth journey, life after loss. Tell them why you decided to comb your locks out.
I was ready to get a new style. I've had these in since I was 5.
What kind of new styles did you want?
Well, regular styles like I can get braids, any type of braids, or I can get press, or I can get natural styles like my mom's gonna do on me today.
So she wanted some versatility in her life, okay? And so that's why I allowed her to comb it out, and she was really persistent. It was probably about how long did you ask me to comb your locks out for?
I said it will take a week.
No, I'm saying how long were you asking me to let you comb your locks out?
Past 2 years.
She's been asking for about 2 years, but we didn't know if she really knew that she wanted to comb them out or if she knew the consequences of combing it out. But right before her 10th birthday, she said she was ready. So we let her do it. And it has been a journey. She definitely has some spots in her head that are like patchy because the locks were thin there and we just had to cut some of those out. She has an awkward length, so there are some parts of her hair that are significantly longer than other parts of her head. So we have had to get really creative with finding styles that don't show the journey that she's on and kind of hide the patches. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. And the way we prep her hair is I washed and conditioned it last night. Washed, conditioned, detangled last night. What?
I washed and conditioned my hair.
Excuse me. I'm gonna call your mama a whole liar on live TV, honey. Just gonna call me out on live TV. The point was her hair got washed and conditioned yesterday. Okay, she did wash and condition herself, and detangled it herself, and then we added the Moisture Love leave-in conditioning serum. I don't know if you guys can see.
To gleam.
Yeah, the Moisture Love leave-in conditioning serum and the Seal with a Kiss finishing oil. I use those together to moisturize her hair. I did not use our Kindred Spirits Moisture and Style Cream because I wanted her to have more of a puff, and the style cream is going to give you more definition, right? But I did it the day before because when you are growing your hair out and you have awkward lengths and sometimes your hair is short, you also are trying to get more stretching. And so if you have short hair or if you don't like the shrinkage that you experience with your hair, the key thing that you could try is pre-washing your hair before you style it, putting it in plaits to let it air dry, and then going back and styling it once it's dry because you'll have more length. Okay, so now her hair is completely out, and as you'll see, is not as full, but she's got a patch. She's got a patch right here in the middle of her head where there's like no growth. And then right here, it's really, really short. Here, it's a lot longer. And then here, it's short again. So instead of taking her to the salon to get her hair cut, we are just going to focus on growing it out. And I want to puff this all the way out before I tell you guys how I'm going to get started. So one of the key things to, if you have an awkward length or if you have shortness or if you have patchy growth, is to figure out where your strong side is. So as you see, she's got a lot of length in the front. Her sides are almost identical. And then she's got a good little bit of density in the back, but it's very weak in the center, right? She's got a patch in the center. It's almost, you'll see right here, this is like the whole center of her head. This is pretty much all the hair that she has. So you want to create a style that emphasizes your strengths until your hair grows out. And so what we do in our house, they tend to like, when they know it's going to be hair day, they go on YouTube, they find a hairstyle that they want, and then we recreate it. And then she also has the entire back section of her head is pretty much almost down to a shaved length. Oh, there's some comments. I can't even see them. Hey, Drea. Hey, Twyla. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a style that goes up to kind of like a braided up ponytail. And then we have bought a puff for her because she's 10 and I keep her looking 10 as long as possible. We're going to put this puff at the top of her ponytail. But she wanted a little hang time in the front, so we are going to create her a bang. Okay, part it down the front. We're going to braid this to the front of her face and put some beads on it, right? So create her a little bit of a bang on the front of her hair. How y'all doing on this Monday evening? This is my first time using StreamYard, so hopefully it's working good for everybody. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of the Kindred Spirits Moisture and Style Cream, put it on her hair, and then because we don't have a gel, I use the Shine and Jam gel. Let me open this one.
We have another gel.
Moisture Love doesn't have a gel. We use the Shine and Jam gel to lay it down before we braid it. Okay. You put your jam on your parts so you can have nice shiny parts. It's fun, babe. And she's really into her edge brush, so we're gonna brush her edges down, y'all. She wants y'all to make sure her edges is fresh. Her grandma went and bought her edge brush.
Grandpa.
I thought you said your Nina bought it.
No.
Girl, you gonna stop correcting me on live TV. Okay. And then we're gonna braid this down to the front. And we're gonna do that on both sides to give a little dimension to her hairstyle. And by pre-washing her hair and putting it in plaits to let it air dry, that helps you get the stretching without using a blow dryer. And I try to avoid a blow dryer as much as possible, especially when you are trying to grow hair out, because you just don't want unnecessary heat. And because her hair has been in locks for 5 years, most of her hair has not experienced the moisture that it needs. And if you start putting too much heat on your moisture, then you're going to have even more dryness. Okay. So these will be her little plaits. These are her bangs. And we'll do it on both sides. And we'll either put some braid jewelry on this or some beads. And now we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. Let me know down in the comments what's been your quarantine hairstyle go-to. How y'all surviving quarantine with natural hair? Did y'all see mine is my loose fro. Okay. So take a little cream, put it on your ends. Hold this on me. Pass me the gel. Take a little gel, put on your parts. Let me see your edge first. Take the edge comb. Knotless braids. Oh, I need to get me some, Cheryl. How have you been, Cheryl? Get the edges all brushed down. I really didn't even check to make sure that these parts were the same size, but we're just gonna assume that they are.
Mom.
What?
Every week my teacher sees me come in with a new style.
Every week what?
My teacher sees me come in with a new style.
Yeah. Be like that. That's the black girl magic of it all. Let me see. Do these look?
The teacher said she's gonna come over so I could do her hair.
So I see knotless braids. Hope to grow the back of her eczema and cradle cap did a number, but it's improving. Yeah, with kids, it's hard when they're babies and they still rolling around in the bed. You really can't make them sleep on a satin pillowcase or in a satin cap, but it will grow out. I am good. I'm good, Cheryl. Thank you guys for engaging on my live today. Make sure y'all share it out with your friends. Okay, so we're gonna just twist this around the ends and we'll get back to her later. All right, so now, because her strength is up here, putting this puff on for her, I would braid her hair or twist her hair to the front, right? Because wherever your longest portion of your hair is where you kind of want, the climax of the style to be. Wherever your thinnest portion of your hair is where you want to make sure you're kind of like braiding through it or twisting through it so that it's covered up. Does that make sense? But because she wants this puff, we're just going to come right here to the top of her head and then pin it down. What am I doing with them? And because it is 8:30 on a Monday night, I'm going to make these relatively big. I don't feel like doing hair all night.
Can I sleep in tomorrow?
Nope. And I have the end of this braid ending right at her weak spot. Okay. That way it's going to be in the center of her head and it doesn't really matter. And because this spot right here is so weak, I don't want to put too much pressure on it, right? And I'm going to have the top of her ponytail stop a little bit to the side of her weak spot so that it doesn't create undue pressure, okay? So take some of the cream, rub it in your hands, rub it all on her edges, rub it on her ends. I messed up my part. Put a little jam on the front and on the parts. You can use whatever you want. I like jam. Sometimes I use a little edge control. I don't like to use too much because I don't want it to dry her hair up. Okay. And then we braid. You can do this with braids. You can do this. You can do this with whatever, style that you want to create the look. I think I'm gonna use a little bit less jam because I don't like that edge control look. Hey Mickey, thank you for joining. Let's see if I can get it down to where you can see. I'm coming right up on her soft spot. And so with this weak spot, I don't pull it too hard. Because again, you don't want to put too much pressure where you already have breakage. You just want to make sure that it's moisturized. Let's see if I can hold it down. So you see she's got this breakage. You just want to make sure that it's moisturized, and you just want to make sure that it is it's covered, obviously, because you don't want to show it. Okay. And so now I'm just gonna twist the ends. I'm trying to make this the fastest hairstyle ever, y'all, because I'm tired. I wanted to go to bed early tonight. And this is just gonna be under her puff anyway, okay? And because I like to create balance on any hairstyle, I go from one side to the next with my parting just to make sure that it mirrors itself. Okay. I think the part looks even, which I think. Yeah. Even enough. Put a little moisture on the ends. Not too much. You don't want to wet it up too much because you'll get rid of your shrinkage, but just enough to make sure that it's not dry. Get you a little bit more jam. Can't get used to that's what this edge brush is for. She's so tall, I almost need to put her in a smaller seat. All right, put your head back to me. All right. Is this helpful for anybody? Does anybody, I guess nobody wants to probably say publicly, but feel like sometimes they need a style that helps cover up their strengths and weaknesses? If anybody is joining late, my daughter has just taken her locks down, and I'm showing you how to build a style around your strengths and weaknesses so that they don't show, and so that you can still look and feel cute. So we're just doing this quick braid up style, and we're going to put a puff on the top. And her hair was prepped with Moisture Love, so shampooed, conditioned with Moisture Love, and then we used the Moisture Love leave-in conditioning serum and oil to moisturize it overnight before we did this, before we do it today. And I like to do it that way so that the moisture can get well into her hair, but so that we also are not drying it out by using a blow dryer. She's so tall and I'm so short. I'm having trouble reaching. And then adding a good little bit of extra moisture to her ends. I'm gonna make this just like 4 more parts. So this part, I don't know if you guys can see, is part of her. Try and hold your head down. So right here, she literally has like no growth. So that's why we're gonna put the puff right over top of it. And in a few months, y'all aren't gonna recognize her hair. It's gonna be so long and so full, and we'll be using Moisture Love to grow it out. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Like our page, follow our page, so you can see her hair growth process over the next few months. All right. You might have any questions about their hair, about Moisture Love, just any natural hair questions. Y'all have me for at least another 20 minutes. So this is a good time to get your questions answered. Let me see. Am I catching all the comments? Have you guys started going back to the salon? Y'all still doing your hair at home? Y'all got a friend who's been hooking your hair up? What's been your hair process over this COVID period? How are y'all keeping your hair moisturized and healthy and hydrated?
Mm.
Still in a protective style. Did I just see that or did it go away? Do I ever use grease? No, I don't. I will put oil in it, but I don't use grease. It's not my preference because it's full of mineral oil and petroleum. How long did it take to comb the locks out? See, how long did it take you to comb your locks out?
Well, I started doing it, and then my birthday came, and I didn't want to do it that entire week, so I finished it the second week. So I for 4 days of 1 week, and then I did last 2 days the next week after my birthday week.
So 6 days?
Yeah,
I felt like it was more than 6 days.
that's because I stopped for entire weeks for my birthday.
So it was 6 days of pretty much nonstop combing out
And watching
um,
TV.
yeah, and watching TV. About halfway through, we decided it was too much to try to comb them out because they were long. How many inches long? She measured how long her hair was right before she decided to cut them out. How long was your hair?
13 inches.
So she had 13-inch long locks, and then she decided, yeah, you know what? I want to start over, cut them out. But it became too much trying to comb them out from scratch. So we started cutting them about halfway up. About how many days in did we do that, Izzy?
Well, it started going by easy. I counted how many locks I had.
Now I'm saying, how long did it take for us to decide to start cutting the locks halfway? Was that after like the first couple of days?
Yeah, maybe like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. So after about 2 or 3 days, we decided to just cut them in half because I think we would still be taking those out. I don't even think it took us that long. Probably like the second day, we realized it was just gonna be forever, so we started cutting them in half. And I really was not on the lock detangle team. Big ups to her dad, he helped because part of the deal was I'm gonna have to manage her hair once it gets out. I don't want to sit here and comb locks out. And I wanted her to be committed to a process that she decided to do that she did not have to do. So she really led the charge of taking her locks out. She took, how many total locks did you have? Because you counted, right?
Like 90.
So she had 90 locks. She probably took out a solid 70 of them by herself. She watched YouTube videos.
My dad only took out 10.
All right, so Daddy took out 10. I took out like 2. So she took out about 75 by herself.
Daddy only took 10. Only 10?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear Daddy in the background
I caught
fussing about his to her lock takedown.
I used it 10. I counted.
Took 2 a day.
Because you were slow.
Daddy's no love.
I said you did 10. You did more than mommy.
He sure did, because mommy wasn't doing it. It's not part of the deal. Does a jam make your scalp dry? It can. So I don't like to use too much of it, but it just gives you that fresh style look to lay down your edge when you're braiding. I hadn't found a gel or edge control to do some type of drying.
I made one.
It wasn't an edge control, baby.
It was. I took the edge control and I put some of your oil in it, and then it stayed. I mixed it up really good. It didn't dry my hair out.
Right, he is in the background, Andre. All in the background, talking, fussing, trying to get his contribution to taking down locks, knowing he wasn't a main part of the team. He had agreed to help her, and then he was like, "Yeah, well, I'm gonna just do a couple." All in the background fussing. Okay, so this is the front. We're about done. I'm just gonna do 2 more. As I told you, I was tired. I'm ready to go to sleep. This was a hard Monday. How was y'all Monday? I don't know, but for me, I was on a struggle bus trying to get through today. I didn't open my laptop until I did this live with you guys. I couldn't really get in the groove today. What was it like for y'all? Y'all see how the Moisture Love really just poofed her hair out and it's so hydrated and moisturized? If you have low porosity hair, you have to hydrate your hair. So you got to hydrate it as soon as you wash it. You have to hydrate it as you braid it. But if you layer on your moisture and your hydration, then you won't be dry. And she definitely has low porosity hair. But her hair, once it gets hydrated and moisturized, it holds the moisture so well. How was y'all Monday today, though? How did everybody? Lance Snow's 10 was probably his limit. It was his limit. I'm not sure he did 10. I mean, he did put a couple hours in one day, so it might have been about 10. But like she said, he did more than me, so I'm not even gonna lie on that. Often. Oh, Mickey, I don't remember what question I just asked. What did I ask? How can you moisturize?
How's y'all's Monday?
Oh, but I don't think that's what she was answering. Oh, I have a question. What about what you did yesterday with dry twist? Okay, so her hair, are you talking about what her hair was like when I started? Or are you talking about the last video I did where I had dry twist? Let me know which one you're talking about, Mickey. Are you talking about Zariah's hair when I first started? What did I do with dry twist? The old video? Child, I don't even remember. You talking about an old video? Okay. What I was probably doing was I'm growing my hair out too. So y'all see I don't have any more color. I know y'all used to me with color on the tips and color on the ends, but I have decided to abandon the color, grow my hair out. And part of that process has been me wanting to just have big hair. Oh, when I did the makeup. Okay, so what happened was We had a really dope photo shoot last weekend. Not this weekend that just passed, that we just coming off of, but last weekend. And so my hair was in cornrows to go under my wig, honey. I had a cute wig. We're gonna call her Diana, because she's a whole Diana Ross, right? A whole Diana Ross. I can't wait to show y'all the pictures. I got to make the final selection on the pictures. And when I took those cornrows out, my hair was still moisturized, so I decided not to wash it. Instead, I decided to just do some dry twists to rehydrate them a little bit and to get big hair. And so what I did, I had like maybe 8 cornrows in. I took the cornrows out. I used the leave-in conditioning serum I always use to break down my hair. So I use that like how most people would use water, right? Instead of using water, I tend to use leave-in to break. And then I use the Kindred Spirits cream to put it in some twists, and it made them really, really cute. And that's this twist out that you see. So this is like, we go. I'm probably gonna wash my hair tomorrow. But I put those twists in. I wore it out. I wore it big because mainly I just didn't really want to wash my hair. And in the winter time, I go longer between washing my hair because I don't like to go outside with wet hair. Now, since we've been on quarantine, it's been a lot easier to not do that because, where am I going? But that was why I did the dry twist. So I didn't have to rewash it. I didn't have to re-dry it. I didn't have to deal with wet hair.
Mom, can this be one of my next styles? We just have to buy another puff.
Yeah. So Andrea says, Monday was good. I'm happy that I got a workout in. I need to cut back and slim down, and I need to wash my hair. I washed and braided Lauren's hair yesterday. Sound like we had a good Monday. You worked out. That sounds like a good Monday to me. I did do my yoga this morning. Yoga is my workout of choice. Just gonna put this in a little puff, in a little bun, just to get it out the way for right now. But I feel you on needing to wash your hair. To be honest with you, and I know my mom is watching, but the kids have to go to the dentist in the morning because they both have mysteriously cracked their teeth. Like, how 2 kids crack their teeth at the same time? I don't know what that's about. I don't know if this is an old filling that fell out. I don't know what's going on. But they both crack their teeth and they have to go to the dentist in the morning. So if it wasn't for them going to the dentist in the morning, I probably would not be doing his hair tonight. Therefore, I'm doing this hair tonight because I gotta go see the dentist. Now the other one, I ain't did her hair. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just be honest with you. So if you're ever in a bind, and if I get up early enough, maybe I'll do a video. But if you're ever in a bind and you gotta go somewhere and your hair ain't right, but it's dry, what I will probably do with hers is lightly mist it with water, mix the leave-in and the cream in my hands, and run it through her hair and get her a nice big poof and pull it back into a high ponytail puff. So it won't have definition, but it won't look dry and crazy. So that's probably what she's gonna get in the morning. And as for me, I'll put a fedora on my head and keep it moving. Or I'll get in the shower with no shower cap, let the steam hit my hair, and that will help break it down. You're welcome, Mickey. Do I have any other questions? Questiones? So I'm just keep adding a little moisture cream to the ends as I go to make sure that her ends stay moisturized. Let me see, Z, turn to the side. So I can see where I am. And a hack that I learned, especially if you have little girls, Andre, this is a good hack. I do not braid all the way to end. So like I braid it all the way up and I braid it about halfway, and then I do twists. And this helps with takedown, because really the main reason why I don't do their hair as often as I should is because I don't feel like taking it down. Who feels like combing out braids, washing it, conditioning it, detangling, styling, I don't feel like taking it down. But I have learned that if I don't braid it all the way to the ends, it makes the takedown easy. And now that they're like 10, I can tell them to take their hair down themselves. And Zariah, because she's become a master at hair, I can also tell her, hey, go wash your hair in the shower. It may not be a perfect wash.
My hair in the shower too.
Well, Leia said she can wash hers too. It may not be a perfect wash, but it's a wash. How about that? How about that, moms? So one thing I have learned quarantine is to give myself all the grace, because what can we do, especially right now? And I feel like we have S's on our chest. We really not Superwoman. And when I know she wash or whatever, I'll make sure I do it. But in the meantime, that's how we get through. And I've taught her how to wash it, so I don't have to worry about breakage, damage, her tearing through her hair or making it harder to detangle. So I say teach your girls early how to start taking care of their hair, so that if there's a time that you can't do it, they won't be all lost and turned out, or they won't have to go somewhere to get it done, and they won't be damaging their hair in the meantime while they learn. Because I know for sure my mom taught me what to do, but I started damaging my hair with that crinkle iron. Oh my goodness, in middle school, when it was cute to have the ponytail up and to the side and have the waterfall crinkles, y'all know what I'm talking about? You couldn't tell me nothing, honey. Not a thing. Thanks for the tip. I just convinced Steve to help with takedown since, like, girl, yes, fathers unite. Black fathers support. Y'all love seeing y'all daughters cute. Y'all love seeing their hair done. Go ahead and have a daddy-daughter, moment. Take the hair down. It helps. It helps the process so much. Don't let you learn how to wash it, and don't let you learn how to braid it. But we're gonna push the limit. I ain't gonna push him straight. If he does the takedown, he's doing fabulous. Now this is like the quickest hairstyle known to man. And I actually think it braids faster when your hair is dry. If you are not a master at parts, that's okay. Don't let that be a reason that you don't do baby girl's hair. The main thing is it moisturized and does it look neat? Is she presentable? But don't let having perfect parts be a dilemma from you doing their hair at home. As long as you can get it moisturized, and if you have Moisture Love, you don't have to be a master at moisturizing either. Just use the products. It's only 5 of them: shampoo, conditioner, a leave-in, a cream, and an oil, and you'll be good. Oh, blocking the camera. So let me see if I can. So in a second we'll be done, and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna pin up this puff into her head. I had to kind of search a little bit to find this puff, but I wanted to have a style that made sure she still looked cute, but kind of helped her through this process, because she just has a little baby knot right now. But in a couple months, once her hair is grown out, she'll have a lot more hair. What other questions y'all have? What do you have back, baby? What do you have back? Oh, she watching YouTube.
Has hair videos.
All right, what other questions y'all have? Are you mainly taking care of your hair? Y'all have kids? Y'all have sons' hair that y'all are taking care of? My son has long hair. He refuses to let me cut it, which we kind of like it long too. He gets a cute little man bun situation, or a fro hawk. You could use all the same products for them. My husband uses it. I don't know how I feel about him using it, because he will shave over it. But how long will I leave the style in? So I am for 2-week rotations. I'm a total believer in having styles that if you can go 2 weeks, go 2 weeks, especially on children. And I like to do that because the more you manipulate your hair, the more breakage you incite, the more damage you incite. Your hair does best when it just grows. I don't know if y'all noticed, but there's a couple homeless people I kind of, I keep up with and I watch their hair that are natural. And there's this one homeless man, and I promise his fro grows like 2 or 3 inches every month. Granted, I'm sure if he could do his hair, he would want to. But what I noticed is because he's not doing much to it, and I'm sure it's even dry, it's growing, but it's not breaking because he's not in it. He's not combing it out. I'm not saying y'all go be like the homeless man and don't wash your hair for 3 months. Let's be clear. Stand up, baby girl. That is not at all what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, sit down. Turn this TV. Come on, baby. Pay attention for a second. Turn this way so they can see. What I am saying, as much as is possible, choose styles and force yourself not to mess with the style for at least 2 weeks so that you can experience more growth. All our hair is growing. Some of it grows faster than others, but it's all growing. But most of us are experiencing more damage because we're doing too much manipulation. We're over manipulating our hair. We're changing it every 5 minutes, every 5 seconds into a new style. This is a long-winded answer to say 2 weeks. How often should you wash your natural hair? That's a good question, Mom. So I think 2 weeks is good. Like I'm team 2 weeks. If you can go 2 weeks, go 2 weeks. Unless you like sweat a lot or you have a job where stuff is getting in your hair and it's getting dirty. Any of those things, go a week. But if you can't go 2 weeks. So the rotation that I'm gonna have her on is we just out of a protective style. So she had crochet in her head. And we'll leave the protective styles in for about 4 to 6 weeks. And then we'll let her hair breathe for 2 weeks. So this style right here is going to be 2 weeks. All right, Mickey. Thanks for joining. So my baby done figured out how to put the comment on the screen. No problem. Okay. So she'll wear this style for 2 weeks. When we take it out, we're going to wash it and we're going to put it in braids or something like that. Let the braid in for about 4 to 6 weeks. Probably more like 5 because I don't want to go too long without it being moisturized. Take it out, wash it, and leave it in an out style again for 2 weeks. So that's our rotation. That's going to be our hair growth regimen. So if you guys want to follow along with us, do it with us to see how we grow our hair out this year. Be our guest. Now we're on the last braid. So y'all see this has not taken a very long time to do. So a 45-minute or so investment to not have to touch your hair for 2 weeks and to make sure it's well moisturized. Now, if in that time you feel like your hair is getting dry, I love getting in the shower with no shower cap on, letting the steam hit your hair. Put your head up, baby. So y'all see right here, she's got even more breakage. So this is not necessarily the best style to highlight this, but we're just gonna brush this up and we're gonna lay those edges down. Or she might wear a scarf around the back to cover that up. But this is all breakage and loss due to lots, and you might have it for different reasons. But what was I just saying, baby girl? I don't remember what else
You're talking about letting your hair steam in the shower.
Yes, thank you. So letting your hair steam in the shower is good for a couple of things. It's good for getting a good solid steam treatment. It's also very good for being like your rehydration process. So a lot of people feel like water rehydrates their hair, but it doesn't. Water can often dry your hair out. And if you want to, like if you need to do something to soften your hair up so you can turn the volume down, so you can re-manipulate it, then I tell people to use steam. One, because it'll help the moisture get back in your head. And two, because it's not drying your hair out like water does. Water alone is not a moisturizer. All right, so this is the puff if anybody wants to see. It's the free braid drawstring ponytail. This is literally my first time putting this in. So we are going to be figuring this out together. But it looks like, oh, so there's literally a drawstring. So it looks like you put it over and you pull it taut. And then there's even combs. I don't know if you guys can see. So I pulled her hair up into this little bun. And let's see. Is that the good? Kind of want to test the placement first. I think that's a good placement. I'm going to put the comb in here. I'm going to put this comb in here. Does that hurt?
No.
And pull the drawstring. Oh, this was easy, y'all. This is literally my first time doing this. Does it feel tight? Like, does it feel like it's on? We're probably going to have to still pin this down. But we're pulling the drawstring. And then we could tuck the drawstring in. Oh, that's cute. Look at her. Y'all like her little puffy puff?
You can get the butterflies to put in it.
Yeah, we can go to Beauty Supply store tomorrow. Okay, so her puff is on. Then I'm going to pin it down.
Are you gonna put some moisturizer to put on it to make it look more natural?
On the puff?
Yeah. That's what I saw with somebody else do on a video.
Yeah, we can. And spray and moisturize it. So I'm kind of like pinning at the base of the puff. Isn't it cute, Miko? You bought one when you was pregnant and still a win. This is cute. I need one. She cute. Look at the puff. So I tried to get a color that was not too much lighter or darker than her hair so that it would look natural. And they had bigger puffs, but I wanted her to look 10. Don't pull it too much. So we got this one. I'll pin this side down. Well, she got a cute little puffy puff situation. Y'all like the puffy puff? I like the puffy puff. You like it?
Yeah.
And then we just pinning it all the way around. What do we pay for this? $10 maybe? I don't even think it was $10.
It wasn't. It was probably like $5.
So to her point, let us try to see if we can make this look more like hair. So yeah, my winning combination. I tell people to mix. Take some leave-in. Y'all saw how I put it in my hand. Take some oil, put inside of the leave-in in your hand. So I don't know if you can see. And then rub it together. This is my winning rehydration combination. And when you do that, it emulsifies it in your hand. And then we're just gonna hydrate the little puffy puff. Oh, she cute. And it gave it a nice shine. I don't know if y'all can see the shine. Rough it up a little bit so it can look more natural. How you feel?
I like it.
We're gonna go get the little butterfly clamps to put around it. Put some beads on the ends. Rub it, smash it down.
Why are you making it look flat?
Well, because I'm trying to rough it. We're gonna puff it back up. I'm sure you're gonna puff it back up. She's cute. And it looks like a natural puff. Wouldn't y'all agree? Y'all think it's cute? I think so too. Okay, so we're just gonna you wanna put these on the side?
But there's some other there are other
A little hair jewelry.
No, not right there. I want to put these there.
Okay, well,
Just put
she's
these on
gonna
the braid.
You wanna put it on the braids?
Yeah.
Yes, baby girl.
You put cute ponytails in my hair for now.
Yeah. The other one over here looking like, girl, hair everywhere. Isn't it cute, Lexi? I think it's cute. So we're gonna put the little hair jewelry right here. Looking like Nairobi.
Can you do it?
I don't think I'm doing it right.
You just gotta clip it on.
So I'm still working on a solid protective style rotation. When you said you will leave that style for 2 weeks, will you refresh after a week? So my version of refreshing is doing what y'all just saw with the leave-in, right? Putting the leave-in in my hair, mixing the leave-in, give me another one. Mixing the leave-in with some oil and just running it through. So I'm gonna have her scarf this at night to keep it laid down as much as possible. When it needs to be rehydrated, we're gonna do the leave-in oil combination and then we're gonna take it out. It's not gonna look perfect, at the end of 2 weeks. So as a whole adult, you might feel like, okay, you can't make it 2 weeks. That's fine. Try to go as long as you can. But the other thing you could do, especially if your hair is longer than hers, at the end of the 2 weeks, you could wear it out. Take the braids out, take the puff off, take the braids out. Oh, that is cute. Yes, y'all see her jewelry? Maybe should I move the jewelry up? We'll play with it.
There.
Can you do a cross? Not tonight.
No, not tonight. All right, y'all, and we done. So then I'm gonna just take a little of the Still with the Kiss finishing oil, go down her parts,
Don't
just to give
forget
her
to
a
do
little.
my edges.
No, I don't want to do it too much because then it's gonna make your edges lift. So just take a little bit of oil down the parts, rub
Makes
it
it
in,
shiny.
put a scarf on it, keep it moving, honey. Yes, hairstyle. Yes, in under an hour. I'm here for it.
Did you put the beads in now?
Yeah, I'll put the beads in.
What beads?
All right, guys, I'm gonna throw her beads on. We're gonna throw her scalp on and her scarf on, and then she is done. So thank you guys for joining me today. Watch this video from the beginning, especially if you have any weak spots in your hair, if you have any hair loss, if you have any damage, because she has quite a bit of it because she has taken her locks out. But we came up with how to cover it up without putting too much pressure on it. And most of her weak spots is right where the puff is. So we pulled all the hair up to that area so that you couldn't see. Another trick you can do is focus on your long spots. So her hair is really long in the front. So maybe the next style we'll do is like some twists to the front or some braids to the front. I don't know. But that is it for today. Z, model your style real quick. Hold it down so they can see. Turn it around. Ow. And we're just going to put some beads right here. All right. Y'all have a good night. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait. No, this is my girls. I don't braid super tight. So after a week, I feel like the braids have to be refreshed. Yeah. And if you feel like they need to be refreshed, refresh them. Or make it part of the process, especially since it's little girls. But the more you practice, you'll be able to get your braids tighter. Okay. You're welcome, Miko. Y'all have a good night. Bye.